Good news, I'm back. It last couple of weeks I've been traveling, had other things going on. Got to be honest with you, for you guys that was a good thing. Last week, Blue Diamond hit the pit of all pits for his life. Went 3-15 on my against the spread picks last week. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty, and so because of that, I was going to stop. I was going to stop making picks. But I got to tell you what, a couple of the fan letters that I got this week really turned it around for me. So first of all, I'm going to start off with the beer of the week this week. I don't really like Distill Brewery, but this is my son Kevin's 6-pack that he brought home. And he worked overnight last night, so he's still sleeping. So this is going to be the 6-pack of the week. Normally that is also the prize of the week for my writer of the or my email of the week, but I've got an even better prize this week. I'll share with you in a little bit. But let's go ahead and get started here with the letters. My first email came from an Andy in Chicago, and it says this again, very inspirational. Yo, BD, Blue Diamond. I like that, Andy. Quit being a pussy. So what if you went 3-15 against the spread last week? Get back on your fucking horse and be the winner and role model I've always known you to be. Drop the damn video, bitch. Tugged at my heartstrings, nephew. I won't lie to you. You're a big reason. But unfortunately, you're not the email of the week. My second email comes from a James from Chicago. And James says, "Hey, Blue Diamond, longtime fan. I'm a sad Wisconsin transplant in Chicago. I've always had a very hard time making friends, and in Chicago it's scary. My only enjoyment in the entire week is winning big on your Saturday picks. Please bring them back. P.S. But could you please just once pick my beloved Badgers? Might have a surprise for you, Jimmy. And as my winner of the week, Jimmy, and since you're having such a hard time making friends in the big city, what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to send you a voucher to come on a bus trip next Saturday with me and all my kin. Now, I have a special needs older brother that can sometimes lash out. We'll keep you away from him. We'll be fine. Okay? You don't have to worry about it. His name's Corey. We'll sit you on the other side of the bus, but I will be getting that out to you as soon as possible. Let's go ahead and get forward with the picks. I got a special one for you guys, and you're going to have to get in on it quick because I know I'm a little bit late on my picks here. This morning, I've got 3 dogs that are all going to win outright. And so I'm going to suggest that you go ahead, go to your favorite betting site, and you go ahead and you make this 3-team parlay on the money line. Okay? I've got Washington going into Michigan. Michigan barely beat the fucking Badgers a couple weeks ago. I shit you not. It was actually an okay game, and that was at the Big House. Washington's going to have way too much. I think they're going to win this outright, but if you just want to play getting the 4.5 points, I understand. You want to max out your bet. You take them as one of my 3 straight out winners. The second one is Georgia Tech at Duke. I don't want to have to remind people that the beloved went into Duke and beat them by 26 points. Okay? Georgia Tech's undefeated. They're probably going to win the ACC after Miami losing last night, and they're getting 3 points as well. That one is one of Blue Diamond's 5-star locks of the day. And then finally, I got a pretty good Houston team at home getting 1.5 against Arizona. Makes no sense whatsoever. Something may be up there, but I'm still jumping on the money line for Houston. So that's that's Washington, Duke, and Houston on the money line. Now, if you're not going money line and you want to throw an extra team in there for a 14 parlay in the morning, TCU is at home in only 3-point favorites against Baylor. Baylor's paper tiger, haven't played anybody all year. When they do, they've looked kind of crappy. I think TCU's going to win that one by 2 touchdowns. So those are my 4 picks of the morning. That again is Washington plus 4.5, Georgia Tech plus 3, Arizona plus 1.5, and Texas Christian minus 3. even though they're one of the teams that really screwed Blue Diamond last week. He's going to give them another chance. All right, in the afternoon games, I've got another 4. Okay, but it's up to five, up to a 5 parlay though, if you want to, because in one of the at the 2:30 games, I've got North Texas versus UTSA. North Texas, if they win out, I'm telling you, I know none of you have heard of the Green Wave before, but they are actually going to be in the college football playoff if they win out. They're at home. They're given 4.5. Love North Texas in this situation. Also, if you're interested, both of these teams score like 7,000 points a game. The over 67.5, which is a big number, it's going to go way over that. This game's could be in the 80s by the end of it. All right, my next one, and this is going to surprise you because you know Blue Diamond has a rule against Clemson because he fucking hates them and their coach. But Clemson is at home. They seem to have hit their stride and been the team that they were predicted to do at the beginning of the year. 5.5-point favorites against Southern Methodist at home. SMU has not looked good. When they are winning, they're scraping by. Clemson's going to cover that big. My next one, apologies, James from Chicago. You're not going to like this. Ohio State against Wisconsin at Wisconsin. Wisconsin's totally given up. Last week, they actually played a transfer from Southern Illinois University in their game against a very, very average Purdue team and lost by 173 points. If Ohio State doesn't put 90 on them, I say Ohio State doesn't get to go to the college football playoffs. That should be the challenge for them. And then finally, this one I really love. This is another one of my 5-star plays of the day. Texas Tech versus Arizona State University. Texas Tech is a 7-point favorite. Texas Tech is going to kick the living shit out of Arizona State. I have had another letter that I was just too angry to read from one of my Arizona peeps that was squawking about ASU a couple weeks ago. Texas Tech is going to annihilate them. So again, the afternoon picks, I got North Texas minus 4.5, over 67.5. I got Clemson minus 5.5 against SMU. I got Ohio State, the line's 25.5. I would play that up to 79.5. And Texas Tech minus 7 against Arizona State. And then finally, we got some great games tonight. All right, so first of all, I'm surprised about this one a little bit because I thought early on in the year they weren't all that good. But a team that absolutely could contend with Georgia Tech to take the ACC this year is Virginia. 17.5-point home favorites against Washington State. Washington State is terrible. So go ahead and give the points. I know it's a lot, but UVA is going to really, really cruise there. The second one, Texas at Kentucky. I don't like Texas, and they're on the road, 12.5 points. I watched the game last week, though. I think that the young Manning boy has finally figured it out. So I think that they're easily going to take Kentucky. Kentucky's not been good this year. So give the 12.5 on the road. My final 5-star play of the week, I got Penn State getting 3 points against Iowa. This is a total overreaction to Iowa going into a junior college team in Wisconsin last week and winning. Penn State stumbled. They're a much more talented team. Penn State's going to win this by double digits, and they're getting 3 points. So go ahead and jump on Penn State. Take the 3. I also love Notre Dame. They were a close second for my play of the night in the afternoon or the evening slate, getting 10.5 against USC. Notre Dame's rolling, and they can't afford to slip up. I think Notre Dame's really going to lay it on USC. Again, just an okay team. The Illini handled them. Love the Beloved, but they're not everything they need to be this year. So ND's going to be very comfortable there. And then finally, I surprised myself a little bit on this one, but Tennessee going into Bama, they're getting 9 points. I say they cover that. They got a great offense. Alabama's good. Alabama's going to win that game. But I love Tennessee getting the 9 points. So my nighttime games are going to be Virginia giving 17.5 points at home. Texas giving 12.5 at Kentucky. It's the only one I'm a little bit nervous about. Penn State at Iowa is going to be glorious. I fucking hate Iowa. Penn State's going to destroy them. Notre Dame's going to win comfortably over USC. Give the 10.5 points at home to Notre Dame. And I think Tennessee's going to really play a good game, be a single-score game at Alabama. Take the +9 versus with Tennessee versus Alabama. So that's all I got today, guys. Blue Diamond's getting back on the horse. I do suggest, I gave you those in 3 different groups: the morning games, the afternoon games, the night games. Pick what your favorites are. I would suggest picking 1 or 2 of your favorites from each slate and play a parlay there, and then play some of the parlays if you like them in the morning slate. Play all those games in the afternoon slate. Play those, and then at night play those, and then you always got something to root for later on in the day. Thank you, everybody. Good luck with your betting. Talk to you soon.